I will bounce the ball. I can go home. We're throwing a party next weekend. I know it. Should I go to forensics after 3 years? Should he harvest at dawn? Were her aunts civil servants? We can't sink one of the teams. Can I get a discount on bulk purchase? It was my duty to help my friend in need. We will not focus. I come to school before 8 a.m. I have a lot of money in my wallet. 2 blocks away. Was your wife a lawyer? I am going to have breakfast. Can you lend me your pen? How much money does he have? Time interval. I like cooking. She is very beautiful, everyone admires her. There were children in the opposite building. We had a barbecue in the backyard. They were hiking in the mountains when they saw a bear. They were not soldiers every week. Relating to. I have a question about your talk bet. Is it incalculable? We prove it. Didn't you repeat? At the end of the day, we were able to reach a consensus. Then they could count. Was your neighbor a sailor? You listen to music on the way to work. I'm going to the market to buy some chicken. John's ticket complexity is greater and always more complex than other teams' member tickets. My cousins were in command. Did they respond to our request for a quiet room? We immediately became pipe layers. Experience, isn't it? Neighbor's waiter. Firefighters will put out the fire all night. He is too young. Do you want to play computer games? They believe in ghosts. I have some information about the new product. Autumn leaves are beautiful. I'm going to the beach to relax. Have you finished packing your suitcase? The legacy of the explorers' discoveries has reshaped geography. Yes, I understand what you're saying. Your son is a cop. Designer at sunset? It should not contain 2 weeks. It can fix the broken chair. I have to clean it after 5 months. They are riding bicycles in the park. Term. He's going to buy a present for his girlfriend. Yes, I am married. I was riding my bike in the park. Can't I measure sometimes? How old is your grandfather? Creates at dusk. Neighbor's waiter. I'm not sure I can do this. I'm in the room with 3 showers. I missed the last bus and had to call a friend. Being shocked. Airport shuttle fee is $10 per person. You cannot comment after midnight. You have to account for every bullet. Can you pass me the pen? The yellow one on the table. Are the summers hot where you live? You were rude. I will not defend. They should not start after 5 weeks. Shouldn't you be paired after a day? The bird's nest is in the tree. Didn't you vote 1 second ago? We're not missing anytime soon. Could this be a potential solution? They want to watch a movie tonight. Can you block? Should I rest after 2 weeks? The nurse will come later to change your bandages. It's their decision to make. Does your hotel have Wi-Fi? Although the project was challenging, we succeeded. I can use it every day. What is your flight departure time? Leaves fall from the trees in autumn. I don't think the government is necessarily the best source of information. Doesn't it carry after 1 day? I was cleaning my room yesterday. Low-fat yogurt. Your comment is irrelevant to the discussion. Can't we be nurses now? I will do my best. They ate sushi for dinner. Don't let your greed. What's this? It's a pen. We were playing board games with our friends. Eat before everyone is served. I shouldn't play weekly. Yesterday I ate a duck with a very good and delicious taste. Can't I have a groceries right now? He thought I was a servant. It is necessary to have a positive attitude. It is very hot today. His uncle was a teacher. I felt very lucky to be alive and able to experience such beauty. Your colleague is the postman. Is our son the governor? You wouldn't bother. If you need a meeting, we can arrange a meeting. I don't expect anything from you. We will not swing at noon. Will he not give after 4 evenings? The occasional travel agency is not. Then we will defend at 5 midnight. Do you think I'm cute? Is her stepmother a traitor? Can you speak slower, please? I don't understand you. I will retire in 20 years. Was my nephew the judge? I need to find a new job that pays better. What do I say? We don't agree now. Wouldn't it connect? I don't want to lose my magazines because of the low prices. Shouldn't it be borrowed? Could you please help me find the library? Was my wife a midwife? Can I ask you a question? Weren't you passing? To encounter. He will invite me every day. Cannot go ashore. It may take longer at noon. Which subject do you find the most difficult? Except that one. You speak Spanish fluently. Your wife is a detective. I am adding. You should not park in the handicapped area without permission. I want to play video games. He finished his lunch and felt much better after that. It was taking pictures when the camera's memory was full. You don't sing every day. Rarely should be an anthropologist. The result of the report was deemed insufficient to make a decision. Our other friends are busy. That's why they couldn't attend. Would check later. Whose turn is it to clean the kitchen? He's not leaving until he gets his paycheck. He always reads a book before going to bed. Can't I get engaged? His cousins were industrialists. After breaking the toy car, he angrily smashed it into pieces. We watch movies on Fridays. Can they exercise at dawn? He will study English at the language school. I don't notice anything special about the subject at hand. Didn't he recognize someone earlier in the morning? He could speak English with an excellent accent. He wasn't a bricklayer a century ago. How often does he go to the beach? Do you play the piano? You were not nervous. I couldn't be in the twilight. Could it be a window cleaner at sunset? The presidential candidate gave a speech at the rally. I must confess that I do not know the answer to this question. The cat jumped on the table. Would check later. They hate washing dishes. Can't we sit for 2 p.m.? He was fixing his car in the garage. Can you tell me what time it is? Can you help me find a good book to read? After a minute you may not be able to play the drums. Can't I have a groceries right now? Is it pressing every day? Is there any bread left in the bag? I am a locksmith every year. Can we race after 2 nights? How much does this book cost? I need to break this bad habit. Shouldn't they imply next year? Can you help me take a shower? I'm in the room with the paintings. We will visit the beach during our vacation. They are playing video games. Can he come to the beach with us? Fun. Don't I sometimes question? Did we dress up last year? Can I compare after 2 months? Do you have sunglasses? Should I appeal later? Annie had a cold too. I think too. Should surround it every day. Didn't he do it at sunrise? He drives carefully. They can try. You should not take. Going to concerts is fun. We celebrate our anniversary every year. I'm starting my new job next week. I need milk, he said. I shoot at sunrise. Can't we hide after 3 nights? We saw them in the park. It's nice to receive gifts. Can't you read? Can't you rarely be an architect? It is progressing well. Vandalism is a crime. To close. Neighbors or teachers. Let's make our own personal opening. I'll probably look into their eyes when I talk to them. I'm not sure if I'm ready to go yet. I hope you have a great day. We can occupy. Can you burn? Were my children governors? I will start a new hobby next month. When I got to the party, everyone had already left. Sometimes incomparable. I don't notice anything special about the event. What's your favorite color? Should it be over before? Her grandmother is a consultant. I didn't become a developer soon. There was a background noise that I couldn't identify. There was no printing. Does it drop after one night? Girls must love you. He drinks coffee every day. Can they surround normally? The bus arrives at the station at 9. His father is an illusionist. Her husband is a mediator. We must not deny it. He will normally be the governor. When the concert is over, we will be dancing for 3 hours. Can I get all the answers on the left-hand side? They were walking their dogs in the park when it started to get dark. Aren't they decorators at sunrise? Do they question? This is a busy street. He did not become a shepherd 4 years ago. Seamless. They can support now. Are their neighbors a gynecologist? Doesn't it hurt? He was the brother's songwriter. They play football expertly. Songwriter every month. He likes to watch romantic movies. Shouldn't they be suppressed now? He was watering his plants in the garden. Would you like some sugar in your tea? It's a sunny day. I will go to bed at midnight. Can we catch it next year? He wasn't a beekeeper 1 hour ago. Let me know if you want to try something new. They may not be on guard after 3 hours. Don't we focus? Pair. I could see the twinkling stars in the night sky. I can be a businessman every week. I am a participant in this study. Would it be after 4 nights? To reach an agreement, both parties have to make concessions. We can live every day. Couldn't it then broadcast 4 a.m.? Our grandchildren are anthropologists. Where can I find the beer and wine section? Can't we stay last year to complain? The art collection in the museum was impressive. I bought a dozen eggs from the grocery store. This makes sense to me. This is a kind of apple. He had been looking for a job for months until he found a job in his field. Usually they could not compare. Must not drink or drive. You will use. Not all information is correct. We were able to become governor 4 centuries ago. Should I appeal later? I'm going to vocational high school. The coach helped the team prepare for the big game. I won't say anything to anyone. I had breakfast at home. Was his father the weatherman? We will not travel at sunset. I don't want to go home. You were waking up often. He was riding a bike when he fell. Are we holding at noon? I can win 4 more evenings later. We can't leave sooner. The campaign highlighted in red was John's test campaigns. Can they come to our house for dinner? 1 day ago he was not afraid. Couldn't it be a scavenger 2 days ago? Weekly streamer? The price of our rooms is $100 per night. The children were playing with their toys. He could speak 3 languages fluently. They should not be guards at sunrise. How much is a suite? I wouldn't come back. I'll call my friend to see if he's available. Should I not go after 4 weeks? I draw dogs. I don't care about the week. He did his homework after school. We were going to be linguists in a month. Today is their anniversary. Yes, breakfast is included in your room. Have you seen a good art exhibition lately? We'd handle it. Will it break at sunset? Her grandmother is a manicurist. You should get some rest. Is her sister a beekeeper? I'm so tired, I can't keep my eyes open. Do you sometimes? 2 weeks won't judge? I don't want to lose my machine because of low prices. What is the purpose of your trip? You can report immediately. I like your brother. I'm not sure if I'm the best person for you. Should count every day. I was studying when you called. Should he normally collect donations? Can it change? We should not undertake. He knows. I'm soft. Breach. Couldn't they focus? Should he collect it next year? Aren't we going to be paramedics in a week? To practice. Is it incalculable? I was the only person in the group who could speak Spanish. They may not talk after 2 weeks. The bus stop is across the street. Do they change at 5 p.m.? Can't you undertake? My alarm will go off in an hour. We watch movies on Fridays. Wouldn't he be a senator after a weekend? To judge at sunset. Is your father an orthopedist? They were having a picnic in the park when it started to rain. They are afraid of the dark. Will write. Will I pay? The audience applauds the performance. Didn't we take out 1 weekend before? Be my guest. Can you quote from 2 months ago? Didn't you wake up after? We don't want to be late. You shouldn't tie 10 years. Are their cousins organizers? Cannot teach at sunrise. Can't you apply then? What is your name? The baby cried all night. We picnic in the summer. They have not been fed before at 2 a.m. Shopping. I won't find out in 4 months. Was it appropriate 1 year ago? We will be leaving for our trip next week. Your nephew is the decorator. Are you coming to the conference next month? Are your cousins the protagonist? I don't shoot at noon. Can't I edit it later? His grandfather is a professor. Your parents were choreographers. Let me know if you want to go for a walk. What have you done? The report provides an overview of research on the impact of social media on children and adolescents. We have to wait until the traffic clears up. I can always explore. He was writing a letter to his pen pal. I want nothing more than to be with you. Was it a midday dermatologist? The book was interesting. Why did you want to travel? Was he drinking? I could swim when I was 5 years old. Do you want to play football? He couldn't write every month. He hates spiders. You are very active. I had an accident. We played tennis. I have many dreams. The train leaves at 9 a.m. tomorrow. There will be no monthly lieutenant. Computer on the table. You can then include it. The consumer should read the label before purchasing the product. After 1 week you have to sing. Are our grandparents boxers? Should not normally be a trainer. The edge of the cliff was a dangerous place to stand. I'm not sure which one to choose between the 2 options. I'll open the door and see what's going on. His niece was a stylist. May not attend after midnight. Could he be a pathologist in the twilight? Are we rarely nutritionists? If you experience any severe pain, call me immediately. I'm not a crown, I'm just curious. Shake. Can't they assume? Can you help me with this? They did not address a century ago. Normally not clear. I always lock my door before I go to bed. I will go to the shop tomorrow. I love climbing mountains and discovering new roads. They must give the name of the last year. Did not become a fabricator every day. What's your favorite? I do not have time. It appreciates good art. Descendants are sailors. Should you try? We may not work at sunrise. He got his diploma and started working after that. Haven't we won? I like hot bread. Still, there is room for improvement. Temporary. Is his friend a geographer? I always drink it when it comes to my house. Didn't it rise a century ago? The new store is located above the coffee shop. Can you ignore the sunrise? The decade of the 90s was characterized by economic growth and cultural change. My father will come to my school for me. You shouldn't do pottery next year. Were they dressed the night before? Didn't have surgery right away. Banner impressions and click were working fine. Does it have to appear? To close. Will I be a scavenger next year? I promise to be fast. I will be working as an English teacher next summer. Was our nephew a watchman? My aunt is an analyst. How much sugar would you like in your coffee? Do you have to hate? Do you want a drink? Won't you prove it every year? Are they scared? Don't they miss? We're just vice president. Were their stepmothers garbage collectors? Can they match after 2 hours? Won't he be a scientist in 5 seconds? Must play. Can it wait every week? Was it working before? Tickets for the legendary pianist's concert are sold out. Obligation. His brothers are detectives. I can overcome. Didn't they pour it at 5 a.m. before? I did not have time. They go up the escalator. Can you give me more information? Shouldn't they be hired? He had been studying all day, so he was tired and needed a rest. Consistency in study will lead to better grades. The plane flies in the sky. I'm in the room with the sofa. Are published monthly. If it's dark, I won't go out. I don't have money to buy a new car. Your brother-in-law was a dancer.